It's dynamic, man. Every day we come, it's a new challenge, and that's what motivates us as engineers. There's always something to resolve. Last year we saw Hurricane Beryl, so we had to figure out what was happening to our families up there. It was, a horrifying experience because you could have just seen the devastation. Yeah, so clearly, in 20 years, you realize that all of the hurricanes coming across the Caribbean, they're just much more fierce. Like tanks. What it does is just gives us that resiliency. It gives us time that we could send guys and repair the lines, and you give water to the population.
Well, climate change is real. And so any serious government must look at water as a resource that must be carefully managed so that we have the infrastructure in place and be able to conserve the resource to be able to pass on to the next generation of Grenadians. So it is a challenge for us as a small island state with limited resources, limited capacity.
Many of our water treatment plants are around 100 years or older. We also have had inadequate distribution storage, treated water storage in the distribution network. You're talking about tanks that are of the order of 350,000 gallons, each of which costs in excess of $1 million. So NAWASA has never had the resources to have the adequate amount of distribution storage. It is by far, the largest investment in Grenada's water sector ever.
It was also the first project that the German Development Corporation has initiated and implemented with the government of Grenada. With this project, we have the luxury to focus on what we call integrated transformative aspects. Also, we're working with NAWASA in generally building capacity and digitalizing the whole operation of NAWASA. Leakage control, reduction, leakage exchange to a certain extent also on pipes. Yeah, I think in data management, a G-Cruise project is actually a big part in various components because data is something that informs your decision making.
The project is very important because it helps us to be able to plan properly, to develop the right policies, to change our legislation, to embrace the changes that needs to be made in the supply of water.
I think that project wouldn't be available without the support from the Green Climate Fund, especially because the Green Climate Fund allows for the pairing from legislation, governments with infrastructure in that magnitude, something that a country like Grenada is in need of.
Yeah, well, my story, I'm a civil engineer, but when you're an engineer, when you're a professional, you resolve things. Yeah, so I feel like my job is done when we could produce water to a point where the nation can have the 24/7 access to water supply, be it rainy season or dry season. This sector is quite dynamic. With the G-Cruise project, it's not going to solve all of the problems that we have but it's definitely giving us a mighty push towards our goal of a consistent supply of water.